Former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson had a brief medical scare earlier today.
Oh, no. It's something happened that day. I don't know what happened that day.
The highly anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has a new date.
Mike Tyson suffered a medical emergency while boarding a plane. I actually spoke to MVP. I know what they know. There's more information about exactly what happened with Tyson.
The world of boxing has been hit with some shocking news that nobody saw coming. Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the absolute, has been rushed into emergency surgery just 6 days before his fight with Jake Paul. Yeah, you heard that right.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This opportunity has been ripped.
But here's where it gets crazy. Tyson left us with some jaw-dropping last words before being wheeled into the hospital. Could this be the end of the biggest fight of the year? Or is Tyson about to pull off his most epic comeback yet?
I won't do anything if I don't risk being embarrassed.
Well, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you know the heavyweight titans were set to clash in the ring on November 14th, 2024. But because of Mike's new health hiccup, the bout is once again in jeopardy, and fight fans are losing their minds. In a gut-wrenching moment, Mike Tyson made a heartfelt statement that no one saw coming. He apologized to fans, saying, "I'm sorry, but this is out of my control. No matter how dedicated I am, health always comes first." For a guy like Tyson, who's been the ultimate symbol of strength, admitting that he's not invincible is a tough pill to swallow. But let's be real here. It's not like he had much of a choice. Even a fighter as legendary as Mike Tyson can't ignore the fact that at 58 years old, the body just can't handle what it used to. And now, the consequences are catching up.
Or did you ever have a moment of feeling like you wanted to quit?
All the time fighting, right?
Yeah.
All the fucking, as an amateur, I wanted to quit. Listen, the pressure's over fucking whelming, driving me nuts. I think, oh, I might want to jump out the fucking window. You know what I mean? And
Now, here's where things get even more serious. This isn't the first time Mike's health has been in question. Back in June, Tyson had a health hiccup involving ulcers. His doctors straight up warned him not to push it, especially with intense training. But come on, this is Mike Tyson we're talking about. The guy has literally walked through fire and somehow made it out alive.
listen, impossible is nothing to somebody that tries. Everything that someone said was impossible has happened.
Of course, Mike being Mike ignored the warnings and threw himself into training like he was in his prime. But now, fast forward to today, and he's paying the price. Those ulcers, they've gotten way worse, and it's reached the point where surgery isn't just a suggestion, it's mandatory.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ding, ding, ding.
Here's the kicker. This emergency surgery is happening just 6 days before the biggest fight of the year. 6 days! I mean, come on. You don't have to be a doctor to figure out that's nowhere near enough time for a fighter to recover from surgery. Even a minor procedure would knock a guy out of the ring for a while. And we're not talking about a paper cut here. Tyson's situation is serious.
Mike Tyson's return to the ring will have to wait. Today, organizers announced his match against YouTuber Jake Paul has been postponed due to medical issues.
And what does that mean? It means the fight is officially off the table, at least for now. Sorry, Jake Paul fans, but this isn't happening anytime soon. The question is, will it ever happen?
More than 225, 228.
Lean mean.
Big
Lean
chest.
mean.
1. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Good work. 8. 4 more. 9, 10. 2 more, Mike. 11 and 12.
Work,
First time we've done that.
That was was easy.
Yeah, it was.
Look, let's be honest here. Mike Tyson's age has always been a huge factor in this fight. At 58, the risks are way higher. Tyson's body has taken more hits than we can count, and he's been through battles most fighters can't even imagine. But age doesn't care about how tough you are. At some point, it catches up with everyone, even Mike.
Why are you dancing in front of him?
When we started fight, when the referee said, okay, you guys go to your corner, he said,
I'm going to school, son.
The dancing was like, I think you're a bad professor, you're a bad teacher.
When you're pushing 60 and still trying to train like you're in your 20s, a lot can go wrong. Tyson's been battling injuries for years, and every time he steps into the gym, he's gambling with his health. His ulcer issue? It was bound to happen sooner or later. And if we're being real, Tyson's been riding the edge for a while now.
How you doing? Doing good. How you doing?
Billy.
Bruce, nice to meet you.
Pleasure, brother.
Sir.
Round one. Oh, few. Cut the ring. Exactly. Cut the ring. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful. Yes, just like that, Mike Tyson. Listen, Mike.
Now, there's no doubt Tyson's a warrior. He's built his entire career on never backing down from a fight. But here's the thing. Health should always come first. And Tyson himself admitted that. No matter how tough you are, no one can escape the fact that your body has limits. And at 58, those limits are very real.
Even though he's old, and even though a doctor just came out, I did a video on this on my YouTube channel, a doctor just came out and said, Mike Tyson's at danger, of a subdural hematoma, where the blood vessels in the brain will rip, something like that. I'm not a doctor. Of course, anytime a boxer steps foot in the ring, it's always dangerous. For a fighter, it's always dangerous. UFC, MMA, boxing, whatever.
Doctors warned Tyson back in June to ease off the gas. But in true Iron Mike fashion, he didn't listen. He wanted to push through the pain, to show the world he could still bring it. But now, he's facing the consequences. And it's clear that this surgery is more than just a setback. It's a reminder that health should have been priority number one all along.
This is the real deal experience. Oh my God, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend, Mike Tyson.
I got Jake Paul knocking him out.
This fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was set to be one of the biggest spectacles boxing has ever seen. The hype was insane. It was old school versus new school, a living legend versus a new age internet sensation. Tyson's legacy was on the line, and Jake Paul had the chance to silence his haters for good. For months, fans were buzzing about one of the craziest crossover events in boxing history. A showdown that no one thought would actually happen, but was quickly becoming the most talked about fight of the year. Whether you love him or hate him, Jake Paul was about to face his biggest challenge yet against one of the scariest men to ever step into the squared circle. Now, let's take a step back for a second and talk about something that's been weighing on a lot of minds. Mike Tyson's health and the consequences of trying to step into the ring at 58 years old. It's easy to forget, but time waits for no one, not even the baddest man on the planet.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Tyson, despite being in the best shape of his life, discovered this the hard way. We're talking about a guy who was training harder than ever, using some of the most advanced tech available, like AI-assisted performance tools, to keep him at peak physical condition. Seriously, we're talking next-level stuff. Everything from robotic trainers to machine learning algorithms to track his every movement. And it worked. Tyson's physique was looking incredible. I mean, he looked like he could take on anyone, let alone Jake Paul. Fans were amazed. This was a 58-year-old man who was hitting harder than ever before. If anything, Jake Paul should have been terrified. Mike was preparing like he had something to prove, and the footage he was dropping showed just how serious he was. Tyson wanted to plant that seed of fear in Jake's heart. Honestly, it was working. Everyone, from casual fans to hardcore boxing enthusiasts, was shaking their heads in disbelief at how sharp and powerful Mike looked for his age.
Yo, when you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous?
Yeah. Bro was running at lightning speed today.
He definitely is looking like a fucking animal. I will say people are underestimating me though, because when I go to his comments, they're just saying like if Mike loses, then fighting is rigged, because they see how good he looks on the mitts.
I can see it watching from the sides when you have fought everyone else, where they all go, holy shit, this YouTuber hits much harder than I thought he did. And you can see it change in their eyes. I'm not sure Mike will have that moment. Contrary to your belief, I think Mike is not underestimating you.
Jake was scared. You could see it in his eyes. He even posted a video saying Tyson's preparation made him question whether he was ready for this fight. For once, Jake might have been facing an opponent who had more than just knockout power. He had the experience, the willpower, and the technique that could break him. But here's the thing, as much as we loved seeing Tyson back in top form, the truth is, no amount of technology, no matter how advanced, can stop Father Time. Mike may have been training harder than ever, but at 58, your body just isn't built for the same kind of punishment it could take in your 20s. And this wasn't a minor setback. Tyson had a health issue that went way beyond just feeling a little sore. The ulcers he was battling were serious, and despite all the latest treatments and recovery techniques available, they couldn't prevent what was coming. Look, it's tough. Tyson was trying to defy the odds, showing everyone that age doesn't have to mean the end. But there are certain things even the greatest athlete can't fight. And honestly, you can't really blame anyone for this. This wasn't Tyson's fault. This wasn't something he saw coming. It was just bad timing. Now, Jake Paul might feel like he's dodged a bullet. We can't blame him for feeling relieved, but here's the thing. Tyson was on fire, and even though his age and health were undeniable risks, that doesn't take away from the fact that Mike Tyson was in the best shape of his life ahead of this fight.
That beat Larry Holmes. I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody fucks with him.
So, what's the takeaway here? Tyson's health is a reminder for everyone out there. Age does have limits. Sure, we all want to push ourselves and be the best version of who we can be, but there comes a point where we need to listen to our bodies. Mike Tyson's career is a testament to the fact that anything is possible, but even the greatest fighters can't escape the inevitable. Sometimes it's just bad timing, and that's what happened here. But here's the big question that's been on everyone's mind. What's next for Mike Tyson? Now that this fight with Jake Paul is officially off the table, is it the end of Tyson's comeback story? Or is this just another chapter in his insane journey back to the top? Trust me, Tyson's not the type to just let things slip by, especially when it comes to something this big.
People were out there saying, we think Mike's too old for this fight. Tell them what you think about that.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa. I love you, Mike.
Same.
And I'm
Look, Mike's serious about this comeback. We've seen it. The guy worked harder than ever to get his body in top condition. And you know he's not going to throw all that effort away just because of a health hiccup. Sure, the ulcers slowed him down, but Tyson's never been the type to back down from a challenge, and he definitely doesn't shy away from risks. The big question is, will he risk it all again? Will he try to reschedule this fight? After all, this isn't just a fight for fame or some personal vendetta. We're talking about big money, the kind of money you don't just say no to. Let's be real, this fight was set to make millions. We're talking about Tyson's comeback fight against Jake Paul, a pay-per-view event that would have been massive. The numbers would have been off the charts, and Tyson was ready to cash in on that moment. But it's not just about the money. Tyson has always been a fighter at heart. For him, it's about showing everyone that he still has what it takes, that even at 58, he can still step into the ring and do what few can.
You've had a chance to assess Jake Paul. What do you think of his boxing ability?
Right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible. I've seen a YouTube of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me, and he's going to be greatly mistaken.
Plus, Tyson's not the type of guy to walk away quietly. If there's even a chance to make this fight happen again, you know he'll take it. The money's huge, yes, but the challenge is even bigger. Tyson's comeback isn't just for the fans, it's for himself. He's got something to prove, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him back in the ring sooner than we think. So, where does this leave us? Mike Tyson's legendary career might be at a crossroads, and the fight world is on edge. Will we ever see Iron Mike in the ring again? Or is this the final chapter? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe for all the latest fight updates, and keep it locked right here because the Tyson Paul saga isn't over just yet.